this all my life because she is the funniest woman in Christendom. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a fantastic Sue.
Go on, Sue!
Hi. Good, I'm glad I can't see you. Makes it easier up here. Okay, can you all hear me at the back?
Yeah.
Okay, if you can sort of wave your hands like that if you can't, I may fade in and out. Yeah, not intentionally. Okay, right. I was 45 last Friday. Well, I'm now 45 and a week old.
Oh.
Yeah. It'll happen to you all eventually. Anyway, very sadly, I don't have a partner, I don't have a husband, don't have any children. Yes, it's positives to everything. Anyway, I thought I need to be more responsible about things. I need to have something in my life that I'm responsible for. So I thought I'd get a pet. Well, I thought maybe a dog, but then I go in and out of the house a lot, so it would probably pee all over the carpet or poo. I don't like dog poo. But I thought we're going to get a cat, but I'm actually allergic to cats. It's the hair, cat hair, because then it gets into my eyes. It's bad, really bad. I look like a rabbit with myxomatosis by the time I've been in their company for about 5 minutes. So, I was sitting there in the kitchen, and I thought, what kind of pet can I have? I need something compact, something low maintenance. And then there it was, strutting across my kitchen vinyl. It's new kitchen vinyl. I couldn't believe it. It walked with confidence, with a degree of pride. It was on a mission. I thought, this is my kind of creature. So I looked at it and it looked at me. We connected. It was a little woodlouse. And I knew this was it. This was our moment. So I got a little bit of paper, I picked it up. Luckily on the side of the kitchen work surface I had a Pyrex dish, a glass Pyrex dish. I'd been cooking some rice, with basmati rice and brown wild rice. But it was more or less empty apart from a few grains of wild rice. So I put the little woodlouse in there because I thought that the brown bits of rice may look like other woodlice and it would be feeling like it was in good company. You just might think they were asleep. So now I'm thinking, right, okay, I've captured this perfect little pet, but I know absolutely fuck all about woodlice. Absolutely nothing. I don't know what their social behaviours are like, I don't know what their love life's like, I don't know. So I thought, anyway, I've captured it now, so now I can do a little bit of research. So I went onto the internet, and you won't believe this, but on YouTube there is an 8-minute, 50-second video on how to care and look after a woodlouse. It was brilliant. I watched this 3 times, because being a responsible owner of woodlouse, I had to get things absolutely spot on. I wasn't going to take any risks. So, let me tell you what I've learned. Very, very sadly, they have no lungs. Can you imagine that? No lungs. Oh my God, yes. Well, they actually have gills. So that means they have to be kept wet. They have to keep themselves damp. Well, I'll come on to that in a bit later. So anyway, what you do to look after your woodlouse, you get a nice Tupperware dish. It's got to have really deep sides. You can't have any way that they're going to get out. You've got to wipe the inside of the Tupperware dish. There's no little way they can climb with little bits of dust or anything. You put little bits of mud on the bottom, bits of leaves, a little bit of bark. They can hide underneath that. And they'll be like so happy. They'll be really, really happy. So that was my plan. Anyway, I now go back to the woodlouse. And I think, right, I know because it's got no lungs, it's got gills, I need to keep this little creature damp. So, my little plan is, I'll get a saucer, I've got a little sprayer, spray the saucer with wet water, obviously. Nothing worse than dry water. So, nice bit of wet water on the saucer. Yeah. Oh yeah. And This little creature was really quite excited. So it's all waving its little antennae and it's spinning around in the Pyrex dish. It's all really quite happy. I thought, actually, while I'm wetting it, I could actually christen it at the same time. Because I don't want a pet without a name. That's a bit cruel. So I thought, right, okay, well, it's not going to speak to me, I can't speak to it. But I think when it taps its little antennae, I think that's a little Morse code going on. So I watched it very carefully for a few minutes. I wrote down all the little tappings. But just before that, I asked it, what's this name? And do you know what it came up with? And this was such a perfect name, I can't tell you. His name was Omelette. Can you imagine that? Little woodlouse called Omelette. Perfect. So, now I pick up the woodlouse, I put it onto the wet saucer, and it curls up into a little ball. Okay, because actually I forgot to say, they are crustaceans. Same family as the lobsters and the crabs. Little segments of shell. So anyway, now it curls up into this beautiful little black ball. Now I thought only the woodlouse in Sussex did that. I didn't know I had them in my own home. So it's just really, really quite impressive. And then I sprayed it with a bit more water just to make sure it really was damp. And it stood up on its back legs. And its little antennae were going like this. And its little arms and legs were going like this. It was just so exciting. And I thought, wow, it's actually active. It's responding, we're in communication. We can talk to each other in some shape or form. And then things suddenly went rather horribly wrong. It kind of collapsed sideways. And then it kind of fell on its back. And then it kind of rotated around a few times. But I wasn't sure if this was good or bad. Maybe it was just very, very excited. But it kind of, something told me something was a little bit wrong. I was feeling a bit alarmed about what I was seeing. So I thought, because at one point it sort of stopped moving altogether, and I thought, I can't be responsible for a dead woodlouse. I've only had it in my possession for about 15 minutes. So I picked it out of the saucer, I put it on my hand, and I thought I'd do some Reiki on it. That's what I do, so I do Reiki healing. Any Reiki people in the house? No.
Yeah.
Oh, one. Okay. Well, it's my show. I'll show you what I do. Okay. So what I did was this, okay. So there it's on my little hand now. I go, Reiki, Reiki, Reiki. Shokore, Shokore, Shokore. Sahiki, Sahiki, Sahiki. Honsha, Zishonen. Honsha, Zishonen. And it came back to life. Well, I don't know that it was dead beforehand, but it suddenly reacted to the power of the energy that was going on. It was amazing. So I put it back on the saucer. And this time, to make sure it was really wet, I dropped a bit more water on. And then it kind of stopped moving again. And then for the next 3/4 of an hour, it was touch and go. It was on its back. Every now and again, there's little movements of antennae, little movements of arms. It was terrifying. It was like something out of Holby City. I thought, is this little guy going to make it? Is my little soldier going to make it? Or is he going to die? I don't know. I was I was crying. So, anyway, it got to 9 o'clock. There'd been no movement in half an hour. What was I going to do? I had to be really responsible here. I had to pull the plug on the life support machine. It was the most heartbreaking moment in the whole of my life. The one thing I was given to be responsible for, and I have failed so badly on. I was not fit to be a parent to anything, not even a woodlouse. And at 9 o'clock, I had to pronounce Omelette as dead. You may laugh, this was true. This was all going on under my own roof. So now, when I go outside, I look up at the starry night, and there, the big plough constellation, there's this tiny little star, really tiny, but it's the most twinkly one up there. And as I looked up, I was thinking of Omelette. when all the little twinkles kind of came down, it kind of hit me in the eye. And I looked at it and I thought, oh my God, it's omelette communicating with me from the other side. So telepathically we had a conversation, and he said he was really sorry that he'd passed away and he didn't mean to upset me. And that he was all right, he was in God and Jesus' hands, they were looking after him better than I had. A little bit insulting to hear that. I absolutely had, I promise you, I had done my best. So there we go, that was omelette. And we need to do a little prayer in a moment. But I have brought some evidence with me because I know you're sitting out there thinking, who's a loony? Well, yeah, I am. Especially if you're on my Facebook, you'll know exactly what I get up to day by day, minute by minute. So I'm now going to reveal the little omelette. Hold on. Okay, I have here God's insight box. Okay. No expense spared. It's wrapped up in a bit of my special kitchen roll, quality kitchen roll. And because I felt he was so special in my life, that I went to the trouble of having him stuffed and embalmed. Now I don't know if you can see me, so you can see me. It is here. Unfortunately, you all get far away, but you can come have a look afterwards. No, I'm very careful. He's moving towards the edge. Right. Oh my God. His head's fallen off. It's alright, no it hasn't. I thought it had. I was a bit worried then, because like when they did Egyptians, when Egyptians died, they gave them little pots of food just in case they needed it on the other side. I did the same with omelette. I gave him little bits of double chocolate chip cookie, tiny little bits, just in case he needed a snack, in case he revived. But anyway, they're still there. He hasn't eaten those. His legs are falling off, so I can't handle him too much because I've got to be a bit respectful to his little body.
Oh.
There's a little bit of evidence that's actually disappeared. It's his death certificate, which was really quite funny if I'd got it on me, but I haven't. Okay, what it said was, and it was on a post-it note, it had his name, the date he died, and the reason for dying. He died of fright. Yeah. He was scared shitless of me. And I was just trying to be kind. Anyway, you've been a great audience. Thank you very much. And I've survived tonight.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's fantastic. That's what the circuit needs, more stuff like that. Though, as you probably guessed, Susan only came on the comedy course by mistake. She was looking for some animal husbandry course and just wandered into the wrong classroom. And I remember that for the rest of my